Definitely.
So now let's get to know our guest a little bit better. Let's get to know Joshua the Militant. So Jay, I want to kick it to you. I know you have some questions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just start off first off, with your name, Josh the Militant. Joshua, your first name.
Yeah.
The Militant. Where does that come from?
So I started thinking about rapping around freshman year, and I was reading a lot of like Malcolm X, like the autobiography and the extra part with Alex Haley, and I just noticed that there's something really different. Like, I feel like in the world you have to be militant. You have to take what you want. If you really want something, you do it. Just because like abiding by people and just like trying to wait for people, you're not gonna get done like that. You have to do it on your own. Definitely. And it kind of like the ring to it. So I just thought like Joshua the Militant, JTM. Everyone calls me JTM, so I kind of liked how it came out.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool inspiration.
JTM X TOTB.
Yeah, JTM TOTB.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that's awesome. And how long was it that you started getting into rap?
That was like, I think it's been like almost 8 years.
8 years? Because how old are you now, if I can ask?
I'm 22.
Oh, 22?
Yeah.
Oh, you're really young.
Yeah.
Pretty young. 8 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years ago. It's about to be a decade of me rapping, so I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Nick, you mentioned the Malcolm X biography. That's a good one. I think that Malcolm X is like the one example of being like radical without coming off as crazy, even though they try to make you seem crazy. Like, they try to discredit him, but the reason so many people love him is because of how he presented himself, like being strong and firm but peaceful. But that's something that I really respect. So how many albums do you have out now?
Albums. Okay, so I only have one album, I would say. I did that album as like a little like anniversary gift for myself, because it was probably like 5 years that I was already rapping for. And that was called Tears of a Talker, I believe. Yeah, Tears of a Talker.
I heard some of that, yeah.
And then after that, I thought I really like doing EPs. There's a lot of different sounds that I do on EPs. Like, for example, like I did a whole Detroit sound EP. I've done a plug-in B EP. And I like having fun with that, just because like I don't have to drop a mixtape yet. But when I do, it's like, oh, this is going to be cool, Yeah. But yeah, just one official album so far from 2020, something like that.
So how many projects?
Let's see, like 5 or 6. And that's like not even counting the SoundCloud ones. That's probably just the ones on my my DSPs, all that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was a SoundCloud guy before dropping on DSPs, just because of like how I record. For example, I don't know if you guys know about the app BandLab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was on BandLab way before it was cool. So that's how I was recording my music in high school, BandLab. And I would just drop it on SoundCloud a lot. During the pandemic is when I was just dropping bangers on bangers on bangers. I think monthly I was just recording bangers and bangers. And that really helped me, because I was just writing, and I was also going through some heartbreaking shit, so that was just feeling the pen. And I was making fucking hits with really great beats. I really like that era of beats that I was finding it too. I really found my bag in my pocket right there.
Were you like the Taylor Swift of rap, writing about your exes?
No.
Oh man.
I rap about being sad, but it's like I rap about like being fly and just like being yourself like that.
Right. And how would you describe like your whole vibe with your music in general?
It's like pretty boy music, like shit, like I feel good listening to it, like damn, like he's flexing weird shit, but I like it,
Yeah.
It's also just me being myself. Like, I'm not really a huge flexer. I'm not the type of person to go on Instagram and post like, damn, I got these new Jordans, man, like unreleased. No, man, like I be doing slight flexes, bro. Like, you won't know what I'm wearing until like you find it on like your TikTok FYP and be like, oh shit, JTN was rocking that. That's crazy. But yeah, I like to just keep it to myself,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a smart idea. I mean, it's also a good way to get yourself robbed,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People out here lurking. They're lurking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to be like a walking lick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, did you jump on SoundCloud when it was popping? Like right now, SoundCloud's kind of dead, but there was a time period when SoundCloud was the place to go for aspiring artists.
Yeah.
So the way that I remember SoundCloud is like during my middle school year, that was when it was popping. I'm talking about like Peep was on #1 for months. And of course, Xavier Wolf, all that stuff. But I'll definitely say that era was my favorite, just because like I was able to say that I seen that happen.
Yeah, XXXTentacion,
yes,
Chance the Rapper. You know, they all pretty much came from SoundCloud, which was very inspiring. I think for a lot of up and coming internet artists.
Shout out Chance the Rapper because he saved SoundCloud. SoundCloud was gonna go bankrupt, but then Chance was all like, "I'll pay you guys, and I love my wife."
Oh man.
Except when he's at Carnival. Except when he's at Carnival.
They're divorced now.
Oh, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, that's
no
sad.
way.
That's sad.
Wow.
So now I guess he doesn't love his wife.
Yeah, we're going to Carnival next year, actually.
Oh, really?
Me and Chance are going to Carnival.
Awesome.
Hey,
you guys are welcome to come, man.
Hey, the TOTB hitting Carnival. You know?
Yeah, we'll be right in there.
We'll bring the cameras. You know, we'll catch everybody.
Yeah,
we'll catch everybody laughing.
All the behind the scenes. Man, and you said you had during this pandemic, you know, you were just writing.
Yeah.
Was there any form of like self, you know, just say a mind block where you just couldn't come out with something?
Actually, during that time, no.
It was
just kind of weird, just because since I was going through so much, I had nothing to do but write. I wasn't really gaming at the time, just because that was such a boring year game, besides Warzone and all that. But I never found myself just like, I don't know what to write about. Like, it was more of just finding beats that I liked. Right. That's what I noticed about. I don't really get writer's block and stuff like that. If I do, I just think to myself it's an excuse for like me not writing. But every time my artist friends tell me like, yo, I got writer's block, I just tell them like, yo, like watch an interview, watch a movie, go watch some concerts. Like, why do you like this artist? Okay, go find out why. Just go find inspiration. Which is a surprise too, because I was dropping a lot during the whole pandemic, and yeah.
Speaking of dropping, you dropped Puffin Dutchess recently.
Yep.
Does that mean you got a project in the works coming soon?
Yes. I want to make an EP before the show drops. Something a little light, just because I haven't dropped the EP in a while. The last EP was kind of like a bunch of Lucy tracks, a bunch of tracks that I've just had for a while. Wave is one of the few tracks that I recorded during the pandemic. I think that's probably one of my favorite tracks that I've done during that era. But I have an EP working on it right now. I'm between the name of Take Care It's a Desert Out There, but it's a little bit long, so I'll see how that goes.
Right. And what was the inspiration for Puffin Dutchess? Like, what mood were you in when you wrote that song?
I kind of like, ever since this show, I want to make music that's like concert live. It's really weird. Like,
oh yeah,
the same way Travis Scott makes his music, it's for a concert, it's for a show. So after I heard Utopia and I seen the movie, and then I went to Camp Flognog, I was like, okay, like I think I'm ready for the show. I want to make a fucking banger. I want to have fun on that stage. And Puffin Dutchess and the Lack, that beat is crazy. I fell in love with that beat, and it's that hook is very reminiscent of like Raider Clan hooks, you know, and that's what kind of like got me to write that song. Just because I was watching the whole Raider Clan Boiler Room set. It's when like everyone's on it, bro. Like, of course, Xavier Wolf, Space Ghost Perp, Bones, Eddie Baker, and, a couple guys from Odd Future show up and like perform. It's crazy, but that's where I got the inspiration from it.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a stadium song. Like, or I know exactly what you're talking about. What is it? Some rock bands do the same thing, like Rammstein or Ghost. They have like stadium music. Yeah. So I definitely can get that feel, and hopefully this new EP kind of has a similar sound. I know you say it's kind of light, but if Puffin Dutchess is going to be on there, I'm sure sonically you try to keep things consistent.
Definitely.